안녕하세요 여러분, 미치쌤입니다. 외국인에게 영어 전화가 오면 나도 모르게 가슴이 두근거리고 심지어 그냥 끝내버린 적 있으신가요? 전화는 얼굴이 안 보이기 때문에 누구나 당황할 수 있어요. 오늘은 그 당황스러움을 없애줄 시간 벌기 표현들을 배워보겠습니다. Telephone English is scary. Talking on the phone, scary. I know this. I hate talking on the phone. Even in English, I don't like talking on the phone. If anybody calls me, if I don't know the number, I definitely do not pick up the phone. Even if I do know the number, often I don't pick up the phone. You know, if a friend calls me, I don't know, man, I'll see you, in a month, right? We'll talk later in person. I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone. And it's even harder if I have to do it in Korean. Speaking Korean on the phone, oh, I hate it. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I get scared, I get nervous, I get, because I can't see them. So there's no body language, there's no facial expression, and generally on the phone, people tend to talk very quickly, okay? So, very difficult, okay? And I understand you probably have that same feeling when you speak English on the phone, okay? So today I'm gonna teach you phrases to buy time so you can stay calm and professional. Buying time means, we say buy time means you're stalling, you're delaying a little bit, okay? Instead of saying, wait, there's other more professional ways to get yourself a little more time so that you can, gather your thoughts or figure out what you want to say or try to understand the other person, okay? So we're gonna learn some of those phrases today. The first one is what we call the hold phrase. 잠시 기다려 달라고 할 때. Okay, this is the hold phrase. 당황해서 아무 말도 안 하면 상대방은 끊긴 줄 알아요. 이 문장으로 시간을 보세요. Could you hold for just a moment while I pull up your file? 정보를 확인하는 동안 잠시만 기다려 주시겠어요? Okay, that kind of meaning. So you could just say this. Could you hold for a moment? That's what we say. Very professional way. Okay, could you hold for just a moment? Okay. If you're doing something, you need some time to do something, then you could say it like this. Could you hold for just a moment while I pull up your file? Or could you hold for just a moment while I find what you're talking about or anything like that? Okay. But if you just need a minute, just say, okay, could you hold for a moment? And then they will say, okay. And they wait. That's what it means. Hold means wait. Okay. On the phone. We don't use it for wait any other time, but on the phone, hold means wait, okay? So that's a good phrase if you need more time, and that's usually the case on the phone. Don't panic. Don't panic. Just say, okay, could you hold for a minute, please? Always say please. That's nice too. Asking for clarification. Clarification, 정중하게 다시 물을 때, I'm sorry, it's a bit noisy here. Could you repeat that? Okay, so this is very good if you didn't hear them or didn't understand them. You can just say, oh, I'm sorry, it's a bit noisy here. Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that? Or, I'm sorry, someone else was talking. Could you repeat that? 죄송하지만 여기가 좀 시끄러웠어요. 다시 말씀해 주시겠어요? That's the better way to say it, okay? I'm sorry, it's a bit noisy here. Could you repeat that, please? Again, please is always good to use. Would you mind speaking a bit slower, please? That's a good one. If you can't understand them, just say it. Say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that means I didn't understand. I'm sorry, I couldn't catch that. Would you mind speaking a bit slower, please? 조금만 천천히 말씀해 주실 수 있을까요? Okay, that means I just need a little bit slower because I'm having a hard time understanding. That's another one too. You could say, I'm just having a hard time understanding. Could you speak a little bit slower, please? Okay. Any of those are fine, and that will help you to get the person to say what they said again, which also buys time, but it gives you it gives you the repeated sentence, and maybe they'll say it slower, maybe they'll say it in a different way, so that way you can catch what they're trying to say. Okay, so that's important. Now, what about when you want to check information? You want to make sure it's, the information you have is correct. 정보 확인할 때, let me make sure I have that right. You said blah 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 blah, and then repeat what they said. Okay, or paraphrase what they said, which means maybe not exactly, but you can kind of summarize what they said. So let me make sure I have that right. Let me make sure I heard you right. Any of that is okay. Let me make sure I have that right. You said that you want to meet tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Is that correct? Okay, so that kind of thing is good when you want to just to clarify, because you don't want to hang up the phone and you have the wrong information written down, right? 제가 제대로 이해했는지 확인해 볼게요. 그러니까 말씀하신 게, like that kind of feeling is what it's good for. Let me make sure I have that right. You said blah blah blah. Okay, and then ending the call. When you have to hang up the phone, what do you say? In Korean, 끊어. No, that's not good. In English, you can't just say finish. No. Hang up. No. Very rude. Don't do that. In English, we have very polite ways to say it. You could say like this. There's many, but I'll teach you one today. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, thank you. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. 빨리 다시 연락드리겠습니다. That's really what it means, right? Let me get back to you as soon as possible. You could say, let me get back to you as soon as possible, or just say, okay, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. That means I'm going to call you back. So you should expect my call. Okay. And then they will say, okay, thank you. And then you say, okay, thank you. Goodbye. That's it. Okay. Very simple. That's a good way to use those phrases. Okay. When you finish this conversation, don't just say bye. No, try to add something else to add a little bit of professionalism. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, as soon as I can. Okay, so let's do some shadowing practice, as we usually like to do on these videos, for you to be able to practice speaking and saying these words out loud, which helps you remember them, and it helps you with pronunciation, and it just makes it easier to sound more natural when you're actually having conversation. 실제 전화로 받는 것처럼 연습해 봅시다. Could you hold for just a moment, please? Could you hold for just a moment, please? Good one. Or this one. Okay, let me make sure I have that right. Let me make sure I have that right. That means I want to check my information. Just check the details. Okay? So try it when you have your next phone call. Don't be afraid of the phone. Okay? You have the tools. You can use these tools. Practice from this video. Practice these phrases. Call your friend and say, hey, I'm going to practice some English phone phrases with you, or something like that. Okay? Try to use it. Don't be afraid. Just do your best. 이제 영어 천화 배울 소리에 떨지 마세요. 오늘 배운 문장들을 메모해서 전화기 옆에 붙여두세요. 그럼 다음 영상에서 만나요.